Well, what a great message that was, that Jesus Christ is risen from the dead. He is not here, said the angel. He is risen.
And so happy Resurrection Sunday, everybody. Happy Easter, perhaps, as we're more used to hearing. And for myself, I did not grow up in a liturgical Christian background, but Easter Sunday morning was the exception. And so I have memories from childhood on, as we were all arriving, whether we were walking to the church building or we were parking up our cars, people would call out to one another across the parking lot, or as they went into the church building, "Christ is risen. He is risen indeed." Somebody else would respond. And I just loved that. And of course, it's taken from the accounts at the end of Matthew 28 and Mark 16 and Luke 24. In fact, in Luke, the angel says, "Why are you looking among the dead for someone who is alive?" And in Matthew, the angel says, "He isn't here, he is risen from the dead." And so I love this greeting still. And when I think of Easter, I think of this Paschal greeting, as some of the Bible commentators call it, this wonderful greeting for Easter Sunday morning, but really for every Sunday morning or whenever we meet together, because Christ is risen. He is risen indeed, affirms the death and resurrection of Jesus, and also affirms his resurrection life in us here and now. Not just a story on the pages of the Bible, but actual living reality in you and me today. And one of our contemporary worship songs has this line, "If Jesus walked out of the grave, I'm walking too." And I love just the reality, the joy, really the simplicity of this incredibly profound truth that Jesus is risen, and so are you and I, if we know him and love him and walk with him. So, John, Christ is risen.
He is risen indeed.
Yes, church, Christ is risen. He is risen indeed.
And why don't we take that last thing that Val said there, that if Jesus walked out of the tomb, so we are going to walk out too this morning, so that the resurrection isn't just something we read about, but it's something that we experience and something that encounters us. So let's worship together, shall we? The Lord is risen.
He is risen indeed.
Amen.
Yes, amen.